Sup y'all, it's Hard5 here, and welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've made another video, like a significantly bigger video, but here I am again. Today we got something different. I have a little thing that I've been building to showcase, and then after that I'm gonna be talking about the future of Star Wars: A New Story, and what I'm gonna be doing with Episode 3. And yeah. But without further ado, let's just jump into the showcase. I've been working on this tiny little thing. Now, this most likely doesn't mean, this design doesn't mean anything to most of you, unless you follow me on Instagram. And now I'm gonna put the plug right here. Go follow me on Instagram. I'd really appreciate it. Obviously, you don't have to, but I'd really appreciate it. I post a lot of pictures on there. For example, I posted... I was supposed to do a stream, or I was going to do a stream on the Razor Crest build, if my conditions were met, but they weren't. So I posted steps of it on Instagram, so you can see it over there. I'll show the Razor Crest at the end of the video as well. It's right, it's over there on a disc. So this doesn't mean anything to you unless you follow me on Instagram. This is a remake of a ship I built back in 2018. And there's pictures of it on Instagram as well, of this guy and that guy, the old guy. I'll put also a picture into the corner right there. So this is a MOC that's based on that. And this is kind of a remake of it. It's like an Imperial dropship sort of vehicle. There's a big cargo bay right here, which would house troops, and then it opened. You can see better pictures of it and its functionality on Instagram, where you could kind of drop with the cargo bay and whatever. But yeah, I've started a new MOC, which I've been working on for the past 3 days. I started on Tuesday, and it's Thursday. Yes, so the past 3 days I've been working on this guy. So this is what I have so far, with some extra bits that I'll show you. But first, I want to showcase the cockpit. It's not finished yet. There's some pieces missing, and of course, the entire mid body of the thing is gone. But this is what I have so far. So you can remove the top of the cockpit as a whole, like, assembly. It's nothing interesting. And then there's a full interior with 4 seats, you know, pilot, co-pilot, commander, other person. There's a bunch of space in here. It's a bit hard to show because the lighting is kind of bad. And then there's a staircase leading down here to a door, which is back here, and which opens to a ramp. And now this might change because obviously, if you look at the original design, there is the cargo hold, or the troop hold, goes right here. And this opening here is kind of not ideal if you want to have a connection between the cockpit and the cargo bay, which I do want to, or the troop transport bay, which I want to have. So this might change in the process. A lot of the thing might change in the process, and a lot of it has. Even the pictures of this on Instagram, this whole section back here is completely different, and the design didn't have the chairs either. And you know, just a tip here for MOC builders, if you want to start building MOCs, is I recommend you build your ship in sections. So here you can see, you can very easily rip out the walls of this thing, which will then expose the skeleton of the vehicle. Oh, this was changed. This has been changed so many times. And if I didn't build it the way I have, with it just connecting, especially because it's bricks on bricks, so you could easily just build it on top of it and connect everything to make it super sturdy, which I think it still is. These won't fall off. But it's so easy, it's so much easier when you build it in big sections or in chunks, and then you can connect those chunks together. So if you need to change something about one of the areas but don't want to change the other parts, I would highly recommend, you know, not building it all in a big chunk and just making small pieces. Another fun, creative way I connect the pieces is, you can see that this is all upside down building, the windscreen. The whole thing is attached upside down, there's anti-studs. And I think I came up with a really clever way of connecting it. So it's connected only from these 4 points with 8 studs. It's basically held in place by gravity, as are these. These are the connections, which are held in place by 2 studs. So this thing is only connected to the fuselage with 8 studs. But because, and then over here there's a bracket piece, the one that goes upwards. Okay, hold on, there. The bracket piece, and then that's obviously attached to a brick with studs on the side, a 1x4. And when you attach this here, it attaches to these, but it also pulls with the sides, pulls these up, holding it in place, making it really durable. And it looks really nice as well. I mean, I can do stuff like this, where it's just smooth in the front. I'm really happy with the way this has turned out so far. I'm not sure, yes, I should get the door already. But what do you think? I have other chunks as well. I've built one of the wings for the ship. Next time moving on to the engine pod, which is the back half of the ship. And I have one of the wings built here. It's not the most durable thing. You can see that there is no pin connection up here. That's just axles, so I'm definitely gonna have to do some changing there. But this is what I built today, just basically right before I started recording. I finished one of these. The other one is in bits because I'm missing a single piece. I'm missing one of these beams, this piece right here. I hope I have another one in my collection. It'd be unfortunate if I don't, because then I would have to change the design. But I do hope that I have these in my collection. So anyway, what do you think of the MOC? I think it's turning out really nice. But yeah. Now, let's talk about a news story and what's going on with that. So I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that episode 3 is happening. I am not canceling it, and it's gonna be far better and bigger than the previous 2 episodes. Now, I am happy with both the previous episodes. I really like episode 1. Episode 2 is good. The animation side is really good. I'm not happy with the editing and the sound effects, and most likely I'll be doing a little remaster of that, just needing some upstairs, some typos in the crawl and stuff. But like some sound effects I'm gonna change. I'm probably gonna change some of the dialogue at the very end of the thing, making it a bit more bulky and more significant, which is important for episode 3. And the really big thing that is gonna be changing here, well, not necessarily changing, but what's gonna go is episode 3 is not coming out for a long time. I have not started work on it yet. I will start work on it fairly soon. I'll probably be mostly finishing this MOC at least before I start doing that. So that could take some time, like many days, maybe even weeks. We'll see. But episode 3 is not coming out probably for at least a couple of months. The soonest I can say that it might come out is in like December. But because I'll most likely be going with my family to spend Christmas, it probably won't come out until January. Which is, you know, it's a shame that I have to do that, but I think it's gonna benefit from it. And that's gonna be for every episode. Every episode is gonna be much bigger. Now the episodes themselves with the animation section has been about a minute. I think the last episode was a minute and 20 seconds, I think. But this one's gonna be like at least 3 times that length. It's gonna be much bigger. There's gonna be more, because I think it makes sense to put a lot of stuff instead of having like a scene per episode, to have multiple scenes. And that's what's gonna be going down in episode 3. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna be set up for later. I think episode 3 is gonna be very important for what's to come. And I need to get it right so that I can get, you know, moving forward to get it good. Episode 2 was a bit of a fumble in my opinion. I think it's good and it is what it was intended to be, but it's just not as good as I would have hoped it to be. I'm sorry if you're disappointed by this. I wrote in the description of episode 2 that I was hoping to get episode 3 out sooner, and that's not happening. It's coming out much later. But I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I want to make the best thing that I can possibly make, and that's going to require time. And all good things take time to become good things. And yeah, as a final little treat, like I said, I'm going to show you the Razor Crest, and with that you may also see the other big boy I have with me here. There he is. There he is. And there's all the guys. And then there's the other big boy. Doggy. He was visible in the stream that I did. When did I do that? A few weeks back. You can see all my parts. There's all my parts. There's my makeshift table, and you can... There's another MOC over there that I'm going to do a showcase on probably next. You can see the scythe. Oh god, you saw too much. There's the white thing. That's a MOC. It's not an official set. But yeah, I'll probably make a video on that next. Now, in the meantime, with me working on episode 3, of course, you know, taking so long, I'm not stopping animating. There'll be shorter animations in the meantime. We'll see when I get back to it. I'm gonna want to do these MOCs when we do the showcase next video. Next video probably with the showcase or another part of this guy. But yeah, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you enjoyed this MOC, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm a genius. All right, bye.